So this is a box of cards that I've accumulated over the years in buying comic book collections. People just throwing these in. This actually isn't everything. I've sold some Star Wars cards and have some other Marvel cards and Star Trek cards, but giant box, and I'm gonna go through these today with Mark. Hi, Mark.
Hi.
You know a little bit about baseball cards, right?
A little.
Because I know nothing about any sports cards. I only have a vague... All I really know is that Star Wars cards from the 70s are worth money. That's basically it. And a lot of newer cards from the 90s are pretty much worthless.
So what I'm not sure is how to appropriately mark them on ratings on what the true valuable cards are.
Yeah, like the grade or condition.
Like if it's a full 10 or 9, or if it's just a 5 because of a minute crease in it or something.
Yeah. Well, I know nothing about them, but let's look through this giant box of cards and see if there's anything interesting. So I already found something interesting here of Desert Storm cards.
Oh my God.
That's pretty... Look, you got Dick Cheney even. That's pretty cool. Have you ever seen anything like that?
No. No, I haven't.
You were in the Navy, so...
Right. That is hilarious.
That's pretty cool. So I got that already. And then I just was, I looked in here, there's some monster truck cards, so never seen that either. I wonder if a Bigfoot monster truck card is worth anything. It's weird how, I don't understand why this guy, they just put in, are they alphabetical or something? Like he left a lot of spaces empty, unless maybe he took them out. And again, I know nothing about cards, so I don't know why you would even do that. So there's a lot of 90s football cards, which or maybe 80s. Again, I would imagine these are not valuable. I had a giant box of 90s cards. It was assorted, just all different sports and trading cards and stuff. And I put it up in an auction on eBay for 1 penny and didn't get one bid even.
Wow.
So the impression I get is that they're literally worthless. You know, the thing with 90s comics is like they're kind of worthless too, but you could still like read them. Like I don't know what the real appeal of...
Yeah, but if you're into comics, I mean, there's got to be a value put to being able to read a good comic. I mean, even if it's worthless for resale.
I mean, I guess too, if you follow sports, like if you've been watching since the 90s.
Sure. I mean...
Like, I don't know, you may think it's cool to have a Irv Eatman Kansas City Chiefs card, 1989. And then we just have this whole box of, again, I just assume these are all worthless, but I really have no idea. They're like, there could be like one that's worth a few dollars, but.
Well, I mean,
I don't know. I think like most of them is just get like sold for like pennies, literally.
well, you know, maybe, but I mean, some of these guys in their early years went on to have fantastic careers, and if you're catching them on a rookie year,
Yeah, that's the big thing, right? Is trying to find a rookie card, because I think like a Derek Jeter rookie card is worth a lot.
sure,
And that's a 90s card. So again, not all of these are sports cards. There's a lot of trading cards too. So here's some image cards. That's kind of cool. Interesting design. So I guess these are all like image superhero cards. And then what else we got? Got some Ren and Stimpy cards. Actually, those are pretty cool. They're like holofoil.
I've never seen
Simpsons cards.
those Ren and Stimpy ones. I saw them a second ago. I've never seen them.
I just feel like in the 90s they made like cards of everything. Like, you know, there was Beavis and Butthead cards. I remember those. This is pretty early. That's got to be worth something, right? 1990 Bart Simpson card.
When did The Simpsons come out?
They started in Tracy Ullman like 87 or 88, and then the first episode was actually a Christmas episode, and that was Christmas of 89.
Okay, Christmas '89, huh?
So it says Star Trek. Let's see if it's actually Star Trek. It's a lot of cards. I actually have a binder for Star Star Trek cards already, but I wonder if this is like all the series. Yeah, it's like original and like look how many of the same cards there are. That's what this is gonna be. It's gonna be like dozens of the same card. What is that?
Joe Montana and his wife.
Oh, that's a good card to have.
It's like, why? Why, really?
Barbed wire. I think I have a box of barbed wire cards. Wow. Found some old Superman ones. 78 Supermans. Maybe those are worth something. Maybe not. This is a Jack Kirby deck. Jack Kirby work. That's actually pretty cool. I don't know. I think these things are cool. I imagine they're essentially worthless. That's all.
I don't know. It depends because
Star Wars game.
Some like gem players that were on some gem teams here that I'm looking at.
Yeah, but again, like if they made 2 million of those things, then
Well, I'd like to see someone who was really into the '90s Yankees find all these players. Now, though, it's not easy. Even though they made 1 billion of them.
yeah.
Go find them if you want a collection.
So I imagine the way to sell these too, maybe like if they're not individually worth much, is by the year and the team.
The era and the team, yeah. I don't know. If you'd have to specify it to 1 year, maybe.
So yeah, again, I'm thinking most of these now are not sports cards. These Unity cards from Valiant, much like the Valiant comics, I think are not worth anything.
So this isn't his rookie year, but it's only like 1 or 2 years into his career. Deion Sanders as a football player.
What year is it?
1990 is the card. Maybe it's a 91 because it's got 90 totals.
Some old Ninja Turtles cards. That's kind of cool. From the cartoon.
You know, Deion Sanders is the only person ever to score an NFL touchdown in a Major League Baseball home run in the same day.
Wow, that's impressive.
Day. He played football and had a kick return for a touchdown.
Yeah.
Hopped on and a helicopter, flew to the baseball stadium, starting lineup, cranked a home run
Wow.
that night.
That's nuts. You must have been making good money that year.
Yeah. It's pretty extraordinary to do both those in the same day.
So I found some Batman Returns cards, but like these non-sports cards, it's just like multiples of the same thing.
Oh, right. That's a lot of Batman.
Yeah, so it's just like boxes of it's a handful of cards, but
So who's the actor Batman in that?
Michael Keaton.
Okay. Ball is like 1990.
There's a couple here that are like set aside. So we found this Barry Bonds with a $5 sticker on it. There's a Joe Montana that's like separate. It can't actually be signed, right? That's like a fake signature? Oh, I see. They sell it with a signature. That's why it's a signature series. Was Tony Kubick famous at all?
Gotta go back a little while for that.
Yeah. I mean, this is from 2003, but apparently they sold cards with autographs.
Hey,
Oh, sweet. I found some more. Are these old Star Wars cards?
retired
These
ball
are
players
originals.
gotta make a living too.
Yeah.
There you go.
Some others that are set aside here. Troy Aikman. John Elway. I don't know if they're actually worth anything. Maybe the guy just liked these players or something. Although they were in these boxes I got from a shop though, so maybe these are a little valuable. Maybe they're worth something. Do you recognize these guys? There's a rookie card.
Get the names. Yeah. I know this guy.
Because these are rookie cards, right?
Joey Galloway.
Oh yeah, there's two two of the same card there. Well, maybe those are worth something. That would be nice.
Russell Wilson would throw the ball to him.
I could just throw up this entire collection on eBay, although it'd be hard to kind of take pictures of everything. That's the thing too, is like, you throw up an enormous collection and like one card is worth something, but because you're limited with the number of pictures. Look, I got cards for horses.
Awesome. Yeah, that's a thriving industry to some people.
Hey, Ted Nugent card.
Wow.
Hey, look, Keith Hernandez.
Jerry Rice, one of the best receivers ever.
There's a bunch of basketball cards in here too. Do you know anything about basketball? Are you ever a basketball fan?
A little. I would remember some older names.
Okay. Brad Lohaus.
No.
Ricky Pierce.
Yeah.
Paul Pressey.
Ricky Pierce was with the Celtics. For sure. This has him for the Bucks, so.
1990. These are like all from probably the height of the card boom, honestly. This is probably when these are all from. Like the late 80s, very early 90s. The box of Fangoria cards, like horror cards. Completely jammed.
Oh, I look at them, it does scare the crap out of me.
They're like covers of the magazine, actually. That's weird. I thought they were gonna be like characters or something, but it's the cover of the Fangoria magazine.
The hell is
Or even these things. Are these? So like, this is the artist who did the Yes covers. That's pretty cool. Yeah, like, isn't this the cover of an Asia album? Yeah.
that?
Do you remember the Asia album with this?
Yep, I had it. It was in 1981 that I got that.
What's the guy's name? Roger Dean. Apparently he was the guy that did all this art. This is Star Trek The Next Generation.
This is another one of them,
Oh, Desert Storm type things?
yeah. Only it's not even about a dude. It's just about some guy's specialty. Intelligence file. Rank. Who is this dude? Well, nobody cares, or just...
Is it about like how it's about how ranks work, I guess. Military rank is a position in a chain of command. Okay. They needed a card for that. They needed a card for rank.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Quite funny.
That's really weird. I think there literally is a card for everything.
Right.
That's sweet. Cool Sabretooth card.
Oh, man. You would know these. Wrestling cards.
Oh, sweet. Cool. Is there a lot of them?
I don't know. Maybe this group here. Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Sting. Cool. So you got WWF and WCW. Brooklyn Brawler. Awesome. Good times. You know, actually, these might be worth something. I bet old school wrestling fans. There's a Ric Flair. Sweet.
Woo!
These might actually be worth something because, like, I would pay for some of these.
Well, yeah, there you go. Everybody's got their niche.
I don't know how much I would pay. 50 cents maybe.
Well, yeah.
Wow, these cards are thick. Feel these Marvel cards. It's like a really thick.
Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, if you like slung that, you could like stab someone with it.
I actually like these Marvel cards. I think I want to keep some of these actually, like for myself. The Marvel cards, the wrestling cards, Ren and Stimpy.
See, so this looks like a hodgepodge.
Just like a little bit of everything in that one.
This and
Yeah, I had that Batman. There was a different Batman Returns card series. I had that one when I was a kid.
okay. Well, this has a couple of players from 1979. These are
Black Adam.
1979 cards.
That's cool. Maybe those have some value. Might have been a little before the card craze or right when I was getting started. See, with comics, what happened was in the 70s, comic shops started opening, and then people started bagging and boarding, and then something called the direct market started, where instead of them being sold at newsstands, they started being sold at the comic shops. So that's why comics started getting, like if you go back and buy them now,
Right.
like stuff from before the mid 70s is more valuable because it's rarer and it's rarer in high grade. But after that, it's easier to find comics and it's easier to find them in better condition.
Gotcha.
So I imagine the same thing must happen with cards too. Like probably card shops didn't exist before mid 70s or 80s.
Well, okay, so tie into that. After the 70s, where
A lot of superhero cards, so many.
and I think there's a little bit of like after the 70s where supply chains became more efficient and things like that, and things started kind of turning global and this, that, and the other, and you get these companies that were tiny little companies making X amount of cards, learned how to 10 times the production.
Yeah, some of these are actually pretty cool. This might get me into card collecting. I should collect cards, honey.
You told me that I shouldn't let you buy any more collections.
I don't need to at this point. Look at all these. You see how many cards I got here? It's madness.
Everything in your life is madness.
Don't you want some Desert Storm cards, honey?
So this is weird. That's Joe Montana as a high school senior.
But it's from the 90s, right?
Oh yeah, because on the back is his entire family playing in the backyard.
Yeah.
Once again. Kind of weird.
I think they just were trying to come up with any excuse to make a card.
First time I've seen a couple of hockey cards.
Yeah, there aren't that many hockey ones, actually. There's a lot of football and a lot of baseball and
These
basketball.
are from like 1980.
Oh, yeah? All right, so we have two last boxes. This one here looks like a mix of everything. Universal Monsters. In case you wanted a Wolfman card. And then more superhero stuff. Some of these superheroes, I know their comics are worthless, so I have to imagine the cards are too. The art on some of them is really cool, though, honestly.
See, I would have to go through
There's just so many. Like how,
87,000 cards
and like how do you?
to find the really cool like players,
cool.
match them up.
Yeah, there's actually fewer sports cards than I thought there was gonna be.
Yeah, because of all the other hodgepodge of various cards you have.
RoboCop cards. Come check this out, Alice. Look at this. I got a Ric Flair card even. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
I thought this one was really cool. It's like a holographic thing.
Oh yeah. It's kind of neat.
That looks a little older. What year is that?
What's that? This?
Yeah, that's got to be a little old. Yeah, 79.
Yeah. There's a few in here like this. It's got some 1979 cards.
Well, overall, what would you have to say about this collection?
I just think it's really hard to cipher out all the good stuff. But, I mean, like, these are neat cards too. I don't know. It's really hard for me to gauge it because for a true collector, they're probably going to find who and what they want.
Yeah.
Whether it's a team, various players.
Yeah, probably people collect differently. I just feel like they made so much of this stuff that like probably nobody even really wants it.
They did, but you know, like moving around as many places as I've lived, I've always stayed true to my childhood roots of being a St. Louis Cardinal fan. So when I see St. Louis Cardinal cards, I might save only those. And I have a few that are just Cardinal cards, but they meant something to me because they're kind of still my team and I follow it. And it's neat just to have those cards.
Just looking at some of the prices on these, I don't know if it's really worth it to try to list these individually because like
okay,
just for pennies.
So that might be true.
But you know, what do? You just throw this stuff out? Just throw out boxes and boxes of cards? I mean, I guess if they are totally worthless.
Yeah, I mean,
that's why people probably just end up going to a card shop and it's like, I'll give you $5 for everything.
Right. I don't know. I almost think there are specific individuals for the true fan, but teams is always a good way to get it. Just put all the team players here.
So what do you think is the coolest card that you've seen in this collection?
Oh boy.
Still the Desert Storm ones? Dick Cheney.
Yeah, right. That was awesome. Or you know, just honestly, it is kind of retro to look at all the variety of cards you got. I mean, it really is. And you know, you can just slide over and pick a card, and you don't know what you're gonna get. And it is kind of neat to me.
Yeah, I actually think they are cool. Like a lot of these superhero ones and like the wrestling cards, like I like them. I kind of want to keep them, honestly.
Right.
So,
Olympic cards. There you go.
yeah. Like who would collect that? Like I need to collect the Olympics series. I really love the Olympics so much. I need the cards.
Right.